Aloha, welcome back. This is a program called Gil Gets It Done. My name is Gil Riviere and I'm the representative for the North Shore of Oahu. What we'd like to see one day be the breadbasket for the island of Oahu and hopefully the state. And today's show we're going to feature on the Waialua area and the old Waialua Sugar Mill area. The sugar mill, Waialua Sugar, came into business in 1898, lasted all the way up, lasted 98 years up until 1996. We're coming up on the 15th anniversary of the closure of the mill, and in those 15 years we've seen some changes in Waialua. There's been a change away from the plantation lifestyle. There's been some changes for the good, for the bad, for the worse, but mostly for the good. As life goes on, we grow and we live. So today we're going to talk to some of the businesses that are now operating in Waialua, in and around the sugar mill area, and there's a great potential for that area, for the future, and for the growth of our community. So with us today, we have three people. We've got Reba Martin. She's with Island X in the sugar mill area. We've got Jerry Driscoll. He's with North Shore Soap Factory. And we've got Derek Lanter from Waialua Estate Coffee and Chocolate, Cacao. So I'd like to allow each of our guests to introduce themselves real briefly. Just Reba.
Hi.
Tell us about yourself and maybe Bill and the business and how it started and how it's going.
Yeah, we are the Island X Hawaii, and we're also the event coordinator for the Taste of Waialua, which was just on the April 23rd this year. It's passed already, but we were in. Bill has been in business since 1991. But we moved to Waialua in 2001. And it's
because you want to be closer to the surf.
Yes, every time.
Okay, that works for me.
Yeah, Bill wanted to go surf so badly, but every time we got home, it's like really dark, you know. And then he just drove by like, oh, it's dark. Oh, the surf is good, you know. And then so 2001, our friend Ian Anderson, he has a T-shirt company in the show.
Ian's also in the mill.
Yes,
area,
he's in
right?
the mill, and he does printing. And then he told us, hey, you know, come on in. It's really cool over here, and it's a little bit dusty, but that's how it is. It's very interesting, the history and everything. So Bill said, hey, okay. So he went to talk to the manager over there, and back then the whole mill was owned by Dole, and then they got us in, and it was a big warehouse, and then we went to take a look. On the side of the wall of the building, still wide open, and Dole they closed that wall for us and made make it into a warehouse, and then that's when we started to do business over there. But in the beginning, we just did the wholesale pretty much. And then over the years, I think 2005, that's when we opened the door to the public. And then we team up with the Dole when they have the chocolate and the coffee. So we give free tours, mini tours to introduce the chocolate to the public.
Right, right. And your shop is when you turn into the mill area,
yes,
off of Aloha Road.
Yeah.
You pull into there, and you guys are down at the end.
Straight ahead.
Now, Jerry, your shop is in the old bagasse tank. I mean, those of us that were around when the plantation days were going, we're familiar with some of these things. But a bagasse tank, what is that? And tell us how you ended up having your business in there.
Years ago, doing soap out of the house and getting some pretty large orders, we realized we had to do something. We couldn't keep, clambering shelves on the walls of the bedroom and making soap out of our house. It just wasn't possible anymore. So went down to the sugar mill, also knew Ian from Decals Hawaii, and kind of helped set him up in business down there. And pretty early on, it was real rough down there. So it was kind of a real leap of faith to get a business going down in that part of the world. And
hopefully you got a good lease rent to get in there.
I remember some of the words from the guy who rented me the building. I think he said, "You're crazy, but we'll take your money." But I had a vision, and I think over the years it's come together. It really took a lot of work. It took a lot of help from a lot of people, and a lot of faith in just seeing it. And over the years, our business, making natural soap, has flourished. And gradually, over steps, and with a lot of input from the community, and it's been a really amazing journey to see all of it come together where now people seem to know a little bit about the area, and they want it to do well. So
great, thank you. Thanks, and we'll come back and catch up on some of these areas. But Derek, you're with Dole Foods, with the Waialua Select. Tell us about that, the various names for the
Well,
for the
Dole
group.
Food Company started the Diversified Ag program in 1996 when the sugar mill was shutting down. And they grew a number of crops. Some were experimental and others were for the market. It included our cacao, which was a small 20-acre experimental project, 200 acres of coffee, 400 or 600 acres of papaya, mango, silage, and tropical flowers as well. So these were crops that were specialty crops, had local market intentions, and it was done to keep the land in productive agriculture and keep some people employed. As Jerry said, it was kind of some rough times in those early days, trying to get the businesses going, and I think it's safe to say that today, with the efforts that we've all made, bringing people in, we have good products. We take a lot of heart in what we're doing and in sharing our products and our story and our place there at the mill, which is a unique place to be. It's really become kind of a business incubator for the North Shore Waialua area. So we have a number of successful operations there now. And we're one of those. We're doing coffee, the Waialua Coffee and the Waialua Cacao, better known as Waialua Estate Chocolate, have become well-known local products from Oahu and from the North Shore. And again, we're in good company with our friends here. So our operation really got some traction basically in about 2006. It was a restored operation. The coffee and the cacao fields had been dormant for a number of years as people tried to figure out how to do it. They cleared the crops, they cleared the fields and started again. And then I came about a year after that, and we started to bring good quality product into the market.
I'll give you a testimonial on that. I remember when Waialua Coffee first came out, and I said, oh boy, locally grown coffee, and I tried it, and it wasn't very good. And I was very pleased with the second effort, because now the coffee is good, and I do enjoy drinking it. So there's an example of going until you get it right, yeah.
Exactly. Things take time. I mean, we didn't have a long background in coffee. Dole, of course, is pineapple. And so they do pineapple very well and are still doing about 3,000 acres of pineapple production. Some of the best fruit in the state, really, for the local market. But coffee wasn't an area that they had a lot of experience with. So it takes time to get it right. I think our fields today and the product that we're putting out is the best ever. The fields are very healthy. We've taken a lot of time to get our quality right, and we have a lot of market support. And I think that today, more than ever, we also have people who are very conscious of supporting local businesses, of supporting local products, and that's different than it was, I think, in 1996. You have a much more aware public support.
I would agree. I think everybody you talk to now wants to support and sustain locally, and they want to look for products. I mean, I bring this up often is that, the eggs, if you buy eggs that have a little stamp on it, it means it came from the mainland. If they don't have the USDA stamp on it, then you're buying local, and people are looking for those things now. The products that each of you make are not necessarily the cheapest product in the market, but you're making all good quality, you're providing good quality, you're bringing it in. And I got to say too, as you each described how you got into business, I was just personally thinking about the buildings that you're in now and the metamorphosis. I mean, subtle, not, you guys didn't spend zillions of dollars redoing it. You kept a lot of the character of it, but you've made those spaces work for your businesses. So I applaud you guys for doing that.
I think it's the attraction. I mean, people who come, and Jerry certainly had a lot to do with helping to promote that, and Island X also, having somewhere to go and see something. So you had this mill that was, you know, an old industrial area that's now become off the main street. It's not polished, but it's really a treasure to find.
No, but it's got a lot of potential. You know, the country kitchen is in there. The Ian's decal business. There's some surfboard makers in there. There's not just one or two businesses is in the mill, and
a lot of farmers.
The farmers market is really popular on Saturdays.
In Oahu.
Real fresh, locally grown stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
And the stuff you cannot find in the local supermarkets, you know, like mountain apples, lychee, sugar cane. You know, what else?
Oh, there's
a bunch of them, and then some of those are like flowers, and you know you can stir fry or put in a salad.
Yeah. And the farmers market's on Saturday
morning
and Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday
midday
around 4:30.
How's that doing? The Saturday one's the big one, but is it Wednesday also going?
Yeah,
catching some traction.
Yeah, about 4:30 till dark. Yeah, a lot of people after work they just went to catch some fresh veggies and then cook for dinner.
Hey, so what we all I think share in common is we want to see Waialua grow. We want to provide opportunity for the future, but we want to retain our country character. So we always have this paradox: how do you grow, and you not grow too much, too fast, too whatever? How do you keep the flavor that we want? And it's for some people they would say, well, it's changing too slowly. We need to go faster. Others say, well, not so fast. But the mill, I think, could use a little boost to come along and provide more opportunity. There's a lot of land there. And I know the landlord would probably like to see more use of the property.
Code, yeah.
Yeah. Reba, do you want to share a little bit about the Taste of Waialua program that you guys have put together as a way to promote Waialua and that mill area? Tell us how that happened.
Yes, about 4 years ago, Bill had this idea that he likes to contribute some stuff back to the community. Because we're based in there, we don't want to just be a business over there. And he sees a lot of farmers there, a lot of food, people processing their food or making the snacks. They're based out of Waialua too. Maybe a lot of people don't know, like the papaya sea salad dressing is famous. The Hawaii special, that's from there, and also like menehune's the chips. You know, it's like taro chips together with some sweet potatoes. And then also some Okinawan yam chips is from there too. And a bunch of sauces, for example, like sugoi sauce, the penenoku sauce is all from there too. And also a lot of lunch wagons based out of there too. So a lot of tasty things is from there. So Bill think, well, and then of course the coffee and then the chocolate, locally grown, that's our backbone. So we said, well, let's get the community together in the business and also draw the people in. And so we call Sean Steinman. We say, hey, Sean, let's get something going. If you can help us get this coffee seminar and educate the people about the Waialua coffee, and that's perfect. And Sean's like, yeah, sure, let's do that. So therefore, we started to, bring the Francis barbecue chicken, the pastry from the bakery. So, and then we host this thing. And then our first event, first and second event, we kind of asking for a little bit contribute from the people who join us. We call it the ticket. But anyway, that's, for example, like Mike McAvoy, Donovan De La Cruz, they all came, and you came too. And so when we're doing the seminar, we're doing the tasting, a lot of visitors, we're doing that in our shop, inside our warehouse. And a lot of visitors, they came by and then they look at that, they're really interested, they wanted to know what's going on, what's so special about this. And then so second one, the third one, people, we open up for everybody to join in. Of course,
that's when you went out into shall I say, the parking lot area out front. When did you break out into there? That's 2 or 3 years ago now.
Every year we got music. we got music. But this year we have friends for Waialua Town help us to.
This year you really took it to a new level.
Yeah, it's you know a big stage, and then we have hula, and you know, but just this year we have more local vendors joining us too. But not just any vendors, but we'll kind of screen through only the ones that's from Waialua or related to Waialua. That we allow them to come in.
But the attendance, I mean, the attendance, you guys were there, I mean, there was twice as many as the year before, 3 times? I don't know, it seemed like that to me. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, a lot of people, but the most cool thing is I had people come in to tell me, oh, I just saw my friends from the elementary school, you know, we haven't seen each other for a long time, we saw each other here. And also, I think it's good for the young ones, the Waialua kids, to know who they are, where they're coming from. Right. It's very important. We have the Filipino community. We have like a Thai, Laos, Cambodia. You know, everybody, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, of course. Right. And they need to know where they're coming from. That's the sugar plantation. You know, that draws everybody together in that particularly community. Right. So I think it's good for the young ones to know about this history.
Yes, because there's a lot going on.